The Wisconsin Badgers gave it everything they had last weekend in East Lansing, where they peppered Michigan State goaltender Dylan St. Cyr with 89 shots. Unfortunately, the Badgers scored just one goal and lost twice to the Spartans. Now they return to the Kohl Center for a 6-game homestand they hope will get their fortunes turned around. I'm Brian Posick, and head coach Tony Granato joins us next on the Badger Hockey Digest.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like, really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Dear Detour, you took us off-road on the gnarliest trails. You asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get 3.49% APR for 48 months on a new Toyota Corolla, Camry, RAV4, Highlander, or Tacoma. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Tony, I mentioned in the open, your club had 89 shots on goal last weekend, and I think your quote after the game on Saturday was, how did that just happen? You generated chances, and unfortunately the puck just didn't go in the back of the net for you.
You're correct, and I think that the lesson out of that is we have to be better in those scoring areas and pay a bigger price to find out how to capitalize on those chances. So, I look at the goals that we gave up, and you look at Michigan State. They got 2 or 3 goals where they just paid a big price in front of the net to bang home rebounds. And we got ourselves in a position that we wanted to of creating enough offense to get the puck to the net, especially in that smaller building, to give ourselves those chances. And we didn't make the most of them. And Michigan State, give their D credit, they didn't give a whole lot of second and third shots. They boxed out really well. But we were around it. We just didn't finish them off. So some of the focus on this week's practice is to, figure out how we can give ourselves better chances to capitalize on those opportunities. And again, it's old-fashioned mentality, but you got to pay a price to score goals around the net and rebounds and traffic and affecting a goalie in a little bit different way. The goalie was obviously phenomenal, and St. Cyr, but we got to figure out how to make it harder on him. And that's how you score goals.
Exactly. When the puck isn't going in, it's human nature. You get frustrated. Have you sensed that with your club?
Well, frustrated, I think, and then you squeeze the stick, so to speak. You get a little bit. You try to make a perfect shot, or the frustration of, oh my gosh, how do I score again? Yeah, it hurts your confidence for sure. And these are young kids, and then we got some guys that expected big years of themselves. We expected big years from them. They've skated well and played well, but they haven't produced. And from that standpoint, it looks like they're having really bad, poor years. And they work. They're doing things right. They're not scoring. And again, we got to figure out, how to help them get some production. And we've played some really good defensive teams to start the year. We played in some really tough situations of some great goaltending. And, so some of it might be just that, the scheduling and how the year started and has gotten some guys off to some slow starts. But they're all, I think there's 4 or 5 guys that are close to breaking out and being able to put some pucks in the net. And hopefully this weekend start happening for us.
Yeah. I'm at practice every day, and I watch how hard the players work, how hard the coaches work, including the new assistant coach on Tony Granato's staff, Andy Brandt. Let's take 2 minutes or thereabouts with Andy Brandt. Well, the Badgers happy to have Andy Brandt back at the University of Wisconsin, a member of the 2006 National Championship team. And, Andy, when you were playing here, I don't know if complimentary player would be the right way to phrase the type of player you were for Mike Eaves' Badgers?
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. It was, for me, coming in with a highly touted freshman group with Dowell, Earl, Likens, Suits, all those guys. I could keep going, Brian Elliott. So for me early on, it was just about finding my niche and role, and playing that role to the best of my ability.
And you and your teammates did that. And I think of the 06 team and the fourth line with you and Nick Licari and A.J. Degenhart. That was a big part of that club. And oftentimes it's overlooked because you see the Earls and Pavelskis and Gilberts and guys like that.
Yeah, I mean, guys, those are compliments that we get now down the road. And, as a coach, you start to realize what depth guys and fourth line and fifth line guys mean to a team. And obviously when your teammates and past teammates remind you of that, it makes you feel good. So, but again, I think that depth from our group was top to bottom, and in order for teams to win, guys have to find certain ways to get in the lineup and certain ways to play. And I think from a fourth line standpoint, Dags and Nick did a great job, and it's easy to play with those guys. So,
sure. When your playing career was over here in 07, what was your plan?
Well, I had a plan I was going to be done. I had a plan to start coaching right away when I was done here, but Marco Sicchi urged me to continue to play, so I can't thank him enough. I've said that over and over. He urged me to go play, and it turned into a 6.5, 7-year pro career that gave me a chance to have a cup of coffee in the American League and play at that level. So again, can't thank Mark enough.
Yeah. Then you got into coaching after your playing career, and that's something you've wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah, obviously, I've had the opportunity to play for some fantastic coaches. It started in high school with Pete.
Pete Susan's a fantastic high school coach here in the state. Yeah.
Legendary coach in the state, and then Kevin Constantine was the general manager in Pittsburgh, which led me here to Coach Eves and the staff with Coach Asiki and Troy Ward. And then, from there, you just kind of find a passion and a love for it, and something I always wanted to do. And one thing that Mark said too for me going to play is you're going to continue to learn from coaches, maybe what you like, maybe what you don't like. So the whole time I was playing, I kept that in the back of my mind and was able to have an opportunity to coach in Atlanta right when I was done.
I remember Andy as a player back here with the Wisconsin Badgers. We joked about him being a complimentary player, a fourth liner who did everything he could to help this team win, and he's doing everything he can as an assistant coach to do the same.
He's been great. I've really enjoyed what he's brought to the staff. We talked off mic about what he brings to it, and it's just an all-around package. He's got great energy. He's got a great relationship, mindset of developing with the kids. The kids trust him. He's out there every day giving them everything that he has to try to help them along. So I think that he's been a great addition, and really excited to have him on our staff.
All right. Badgers have a 6-game homestand starting this weekend. Long Island University comes to town, a program that's only 3 years old, but they rallied to tie Quinnipiac, a top 5 team, earlier this year. They took Northeastern down to the wire. They're a pretty good club, but you're home for 6 in a row, and maybe this will get you going a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the schedule that we've faced has been difficult. This weekend coming up is going to be challenging for different ways. So we have to be ready. And, you saw the practice. You said how hard the guys work in practice. Yesterday's practice was the hardest practice of the year. And our mindset going into this weekend, it has to be we have to outwork them and outbattle them and outcompete them and figure out how to, establish a mindset and a game plan that's going to be consistent on that. That has to be the focus. We have to figure out how to make teams know when they come in and they play us that we're going to be the team that outworks them.
All right. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you, Brian.
Sure, that's Badgers head coach Tony Granato. Wisconsin and the Long Island Sharks coming up Friday and Saturday night. Both games start at 7 o'clock on Bally Sports Wisconsin. You can also hear both games on the Badgers Sports Network. For Tony Granato, Jay Williams, Stephanie Olson, I'm Ryan Posick. Thanks for watching the Badger Hockey Digest.
This has been a presentation from Learfield,